How did that film come to you?
It was really three people that made that happen. I had been sued by the studio. I had done 3 films, Inside Daisy Clover, The Chase, and This Property is Condemned. And then I decided I would stop acting for a while and took my family to Europe for a year. I was coming out of a very low place, and I certainly had no name to speak of, and Paul Newman was in it, and he was a big name. And I met the director, George Roy Hill, and George and I hit it off, but they would only entertain me for Butch, because I'd done a comedy on Broadway.
I see.
I said, I would rather play the other part. There's something more interesting to me in that. It then went on for a long period of time. The studio didn't want me. They wanted names to be with Paul. And they fought hard to really not do it with me. And George Roy Hill fought and fought and fought. And William Goldman, the writer, fought for it. And finally it was Paul. And I will be forever indebted to him for that, because he said, come on, let's meet. And I met him. And he said, okay, let's do it. And that was pretty courageous of him, because there was a tremendous imbalance. So the title of the film at that time was The Sundance Kid and Butch Cassidy. So once this thing was arranged, and I had to almost pay to get in the film, and I got no money for it. But they changed the title to Butch Cassidy and Sundance.
The 2 names Butch and Sundance have become as inseparable as Newman and Redford. Tell us about working with Paul on the film once the shooting had begun.
Paul and I just hit it off, and we became friends, and were able to take that friendship into the work, and probably the work into the friendship a little bit. We kidded each other, pulled pranks on each other, jokes on each other, kept each other very up. And he and I just got very, very close to the film. I think probably both of us realized there had to be in those characters, and George Roy Hill deserves a lot of credit for it, because he shaped it really, because he had a particular way of seeing the world as a filmmaker, which I really learned a lot about. To him, story was everything, and telling that story was everything, and putting story and character together and then moving it along and not sitting around wasting time.
One of the most famous scenes in film history is the 2 of you sitting on a ledge over a roaring chasm. When you finally jump, the 2 of you deliver yourselves of the longest expletive in motion picture history. Was that in the script, or did you guys add that?
You know, I can't remember. If we'd made that jump, I guarantee you we would have said it.